You know, some guys want to be rock stars, and some guys want to build houses. I want to be both. This week at A-Kent, we're sort of focusing on sheetrock. The upstairs is pretty much complete. We're in the third coat of taping. The sheetrock we decided to use at A-Kent is the Certainty, the M2 Tech Pro Rock. And it's 5/8 thick instead of 1/2 inch. The 5/8 offers a couple benefits. One is it's a fire rating. 5/8, so the fire burn on this is probably almost 2 hours worth of time. So you get some added protection.
You may notice the purple color of the sheetrock. This is another feature of a healthy home. This drywall features mold and mildew inhibitors. This drywall will never mold. Mold causes poor indoor air quality. Drywall is the most common contributor to mold issues.
When the sheetrock's bare, they'll embed this tape inside of where the seams are, and that bridges both pieces of sheetrock. And then the process of coating goes. So you get one coat, which may be 4 or 5 inches. Next coat, maybe 8 inches, and then the third coat, what you see now, is 12, sometimes almost 2 feet. And they pull it really wide, and that takes all the hump out. But good tapers makes it nice and flat. It bridges the sheetrock, and there's almost like no interruption. At A-Kent 2, we're going to do one final process. It's like a primer coat, and what that is almost a liquidy form of compound. And what it's going to do is bridge all this in between stuff. Fill it all in and it'll look like a whitewash, and that's going to give you a nice smooth finish for the paint. The sheetrockers like to use as long a board as they can. As you can see in the ceiling, this big wide seam, all the way down to the end is one board, and that's 16 feet. So that's the goal, use long boards. That minimizes the seams. But basically, sheetrock is just measure the size of the wall, cut the sheetrock with a utility knife, score it, bend it, you cut the piece, and then it's just really just lift it up into place, and then you'll have a guy behind you with screws. You can see the little screw holes here. As you can see around the room too, this house is not shy of corners. So we're taking a lot of time to put up the sheetrock correctly. And if you look around the room, all these seams that you see are straight. You don't look down them, you don't see waves in them. And part of that process is due to this flex tape. It's a little more durable than the paper tape. It's a little more rigid. And you can do long straight runs with it. Gives you a nice bend. And you don't have to tape it as much. You just got to bleed in the pretty much the little seams. But we take a lot of pride at A-Kent, and it's coming out really nice. They're going to do a final sanding, then we're going to do our primer coat, and we're going to be ready for trim, and then after that, paint.